Hi, I'm Anna Ganyuan. My report is all about violence and intimidation. When we see violence, it is doing harm to your neighbor. And when we say intimidation, it refers to intimidating your neighbor. And Article 1335, there is violence when in order to reach consent, serious or irresistible force is employed. There is intimidation when one of the contracting parties is compelled by a reasonable and well-grounded fear of an imminent and grave evil upon his person or property, or upon the person or property of his spouse, descendant, or ascendants to give his consent. To determine the degree of intimidation, the sex, the age, sex, and condition of the person shall bear in mind a trait to enforce one's claim through competent authority if the claim is just or legal, does not wait yet consent. Violence. There is violence when in order to reach consent, serious or irresistible force employed. There have three there are two requisites of violence. 1. The force employed reach consent must be serious or irresistible, and number 2, it must be the determining cause for the part upon whom it is employed, entering into the contract. There are 4 requisites of intimidation. Number 1, the intimidation must be the determining cause of the contract or must have caused the consent to be given. 2, that the threatened act unjust or unlawful. Number 3, that the threatened be real and serious, there being an evident disproportion between the evil and the resistance, which all meet can offer, leading to the choice of the contract and the lesser evil end. And number 4, that it produces a reasonable and when grounded fear from the fact that the person from whom it comes has the necessary means or ability to inflict the threatened injury. There have 3 elements to consider in determining the degree of intimidation. Number 1, age of the person. 2, sex of the person. And number 3, condition of the person. 3, to enforce one's just or legal claim. 3, to enforce one's claim through competent authority if the claim is just or legal, does not yet consent. And Article 1336, violence or intimidation shall annul the obligation, although it may have been employed by a third person whom did not take part in the contract. Violence or intimidation employed by the third person. Violence or intimidation shall annul the obligation, although it may have been employed by a third person who did not take part in the contract. However, the violence or intimidation must be the determining cause for the party upon whom it is employed in entering into the contract. That's all. Thank you.